Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to read your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aquarius. If Aquarius happens to be your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising placement, this is a message for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, what do the tea leaves have for you, Aquarius? All right, let's just kind of take a look here. These are some really nice formations. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one pretty much in the center. And it looks so much like an M right here. I know it's not an exclamation mark, but it feels like there's this energy of exclaiming. So I feel like this is really an emphasis on this beautiful M here. Okay, so that means it's either your name because of its placement. This would usually be something to do with you, who I'm reading for, Aquarius. So this might be your name, the career that you're in, or one of your passions, something, or it could also mean, it could be a detail about you, some like a describing word, like you're masculine, or I don't know, I can never think of a word to give as an example. Mindful. How about that? Okay. So, I think this is probably about you. It could also be about somebody who is involved in this reading. So, somebody close to the situation that we're looking at. Okay. I have a feeling I'm torn because of the exclamation. I wonder if it is somebody else because I don't know why it would be emphasizing you. But we'll look at the rest of the symbols and see what we can see. Okay, so I'm going to turn this, and I kind of really love this one up here on the side. Where it is placed, I think that it is probably, and I'm so sorry that you can hear my cat trying to break down the door over here. This placement here on the side of the bowl is usually reserved for, it could be about you, but I think that this is definitely about somebody else, because it's got its foot, and this kind of looks like a being here, a human kind of in a dancing or in motion. And please don't worry about my cat. She's back there with my husband and daughter. So I don't have her locked up alone, but she hears my voice and she wants to get out here and see what I'm doing. Let's see. So, it looks like it is maybe dancing. It also looks like it could be in movement. This kind of looks like it's almost holding a hook or some kind of weapon. But let's see. It's such a thick and bold. It reminds me of some kind of warrior wearing a lot of armor on its body. So I wonder if maybe you've had somebody that has not been fighting with you, but really has been sticking up for you. I get this feeling that there's been some disruption in your life more recently, and that you've had somebody come to your aid to some degree, but mostly just kind of like sticking up for you in a more like social sense, I would say. And let's see. I think I'm gonna, oh, maybe she's stopped. Okay. So, I want to look at this. On this side, it kind of reminds me of like a dog, but like with these weird tentacly kind of feet. So it looks like it's moving towards the future. It also kind of looks like some kind of like sea creature attacking like a sailboat. I think that, I mean, that is kind of what it looks like. So I wonder if this person that's in your life isn't definitely a water sign or has the qualities of a water person, or a person with a lot of like water elemental features about their personality. I think that whatever has gone on, whoever has been talking about you, really has set this person off, and I think that they're just really, they're just ready to like be on the attack, and I wonder if this is not maybe a somebody that you have a relationship with, a romantic relationship. Because I really am getting this feeling of wanting to be protective, but also kind of out of control of their emotions and their reactions. And I kind of feel like, I almost wonder if if something went on with you at work, and or within your career or your whatever creative outlets you have, where you're working with other people in a more formal setting. I kind of almost feel like this person has gone over some of your boundaries and had words with somebody you work with in a professional capacity. And so I feel like it's coming from like a good place, but like almost like you didn't necessarily want them to do this, for them to react this way, but they have really gone on, the offense for you, and now they're just really kind of stirring some things up with people who you wouldn't usually talk to this way. These are kind of working relationships, and I think this person is more from your personal life, and it feels like they definitely have caused some embarrassment. I feel like you're just mortified to some degree. That's a terrible feeling. But I think that definitely this person has not been very mindful of, and maybe that's what the M is, being mindful of your situation, your feelings, just your relationships with people who are not, I mean, these are not your friends. These are if they're your work friends, but they're people you work with on some level. And I think this has caused you some major embarrassment. I think that it really feels like you, and I'm going to turn this way, with this formation, this symbol, it looks like a little turtle, and it's going towards the right. So this is going towards the future. And I get the impression that you kind of are almost feeling like you really need to slow down your interactions with this person. I feel like they've almost, and it looks like here, this figure has almost just jumped over you, right? And they have not been particularly respectful of your boundaries, of your professional life or creative life, or, with people who are acquaintances. And it seems like, although, at the very core of it, it's probably coming from a good place, it's very mismanaged. And, I think it's hard to trust somebody that you don't know how they're going to act. They don't have any tact, right? And that's one thing if it's in their own life, with their own people, and their own relationships. But when somebody steps into your life and is saying things to people without you asking them to, or without speaking to you first, that can cause a lot of friction, and it makes it hard to know, how this person is going to act out. And that can really be a friendship killer, relationship killer, even with family. And that's even harder because there's this other layer of, a deeper connection with family members. But oftentimes family thinks, they can do what I mean, not everybody's family, but sometimes in people's family, in their family relationships, they think that they can say and do things, and they get a pass. And that is really difficult, especially when you're trying to build something for yourself, and have whatever kind of career, whatever field you're in. So I feel like this is the main thing going on with you right now. And I feel like I look at this little grouping here, and let's see, I hope that is clear. And this one is interesting. I really actually like this one. This is a little bit happier, but it looks like a praying mantis. And then behind it, a smaller figure, almost with a hat and a kind of cloak or robe on. And the way that they are walking, one behind the other like that, it gives me this kind of vision of kind of like a hero's journey, or some kind of epic, where you're leaving the comforts of your regular life and routine, your home, and hitting the road, and you're going to go through some ordeals and learn some things about yourself. And I feel like whatever situation has been going on, you've been kind of shooken out of your normal routine, the normal functions of your life, and you've had to probably deal with some fallout. I think that you have this almost yearning to leave your life, to try some new things, and maybe this is a good time to think about recalibrating, taking some time for yourself, thinking about where you want to be, where you want to go, living through some situations that are out of the norm for you, and helping put this other situation behind you. Okay, and I'm not saying you need to run away from whatever's going on. I think probably, and this is probably true of most things in life that are hard like this, especially when it is involves, gossip or uneasy interactions, or whatever, people acting badly. I think it probably feels a lot worse than it is. I think for you feel like it's much more of a thing than it is for anybody else involved. And I think just being genuine and communicating your remorse, and you know, just you, being kind of mortified and whatever. I think that will be more than enough for people to understand. Okay, so I also think that this could be a catalyst for a change in path, you know, taking another road that you hadn't planned on. And that's okay too. Sometimes our lives don't go as we think they're going to go, and there are things to see and people to meet and lessons to learn. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? This one's interesting. It looks kind of like a horse, but it also looks like a T on the side. So this is maybe somebody with a T name. The horse makes me think that this is maybe some kind of escape from your current state of mind, your current situation, your current problem, okay? And maybe investing some time into this other person. Maybe this is a person that is helping support you through this thing, giving you some good advice about how to navigate and move on to the next thing, the next cycle, the next happening in your life. So look out for a person with a T name. I think that that's going to be important to helping you transition out of this. Let's see this side over here. You might hear there's a lot of work going on outside. We had some snow, and so people are out there plowing and whatnot. I got out there earlier and did the driveway, and that was pretty good before it got too cold. Okay, let's see. I get this feeling of almost like a flower opening and then kind of this like rising, maybe like a phoenix, or just the unfurling of some kind of beauty, some kind of metamorphosis. I think that this other stuff is just very distractive to the actual beautiful thing that is happening with you. I think that you are going through an evolution right now, and I feel like there has been this real kind of underlying unsettled feeling, but I also feel like you are getting, because of the disruption in your life, you're getting to a point of clarity. I think that this is true of any kind of big event or abrupt thing that kind of just, whatever you're going along doing, thinking it's going to go along your way and things are just going to work. You're putting in, you know, all the efforts to make it happen the way you want it to. The universe has a funny way of, you know, just kind of wiping it all out and laughing at us, right? So when those things do happen, we never have a more clear view of our reality that we've created for ourselves. There's not as many things to obstruct our understanding because we've lost some stuff, right? We are humbled by things out of our control, and that sense of just everything being washed away, right? And that can be a difficult process, but out of those moments, those are when we fortify and become stronger and learn to navigate how to make the best of the things that are left and how to get what we need, right? So then we begin to flourish once more. And maybe this time for the better and better and better. Okay, hopefully that's, that's the outcome we hope for, what we're working for. That's why we do the self-work. That's why we do these like rounds of purification and fortification and understanding and transmutation into wisdom and, all of these things that we're juggling and trying to get in line for ourselves. Which it's a lot. But I see for you that this is something that is happening. I think that you are truly a person with vision, and you are a person who is compelled by something deep inside of you to do this work. And I don't think there's anything else for you. Obviously, there are the things of life, the matters of life. But I think for you, you are a very spirit-bound person. And you're here to do interior work. You're here to manifest that in your physical world. And I think sometimes it's easy to just start doing well in our base reality, mundane life, and our jobs and our family life, whatever it is that you're doing well, your projects, creative, and you use that as the measurement for your wellness. And then the universe tells us you're misguided, to some degree, right? You're too wrapped up in like these tangible things that you think that, are, that you can quantify your movement, improvement, your worth, all of that. And then it takes it away from us and it's out of our control. And so I think that this is not a huge one of those happenings for you, but I think it's a little mini wake up call that like you can do all these things, and then some person who you might know them very well, you might barely know them, and they just they've not been able to regulate their emotions in the way that, we would hope most people could. And then they just go and blow something up for you. Right. And I don't know how much this is going to cause a problem, but I think the way that you're feeling is the really big thing. Okay, I feel like this is just, it feels like the end of the world to some degree. And I think that's, not really what it is. But I do feel like this is, once you can get over the shock state and the guilt and shame of it, I think that, that communication's going to do you well. Be honest with the people that you are working with, and you got to set boundaries with this person. If not, just leave them out of your life. And I think that all of that's going to be fine, right? And then, but at the same time, this is a really good moment for you to remember your self-work and remember that really these are manifestations of reminders that you need to like turn inward. You need to not take the outside stuff so seriously that maybe you have neglected your interior work a little bit. And in these very intensely emotional periods, this is when you go back in and find things that are within your control, right? And that's what it's all about, is focusing on the things that you can control, right? And not the stuff out of your control. You can't control how somebody else exists and interacts and the things that they say and do. But you can control how you react to those things. You can control the things you say and do. You can control the kinds of people to some degree that you let into your personal life and let know you and know about the things going on in your life and so on. Okay, so this one down here, I'm just looking at it, also looks very much like this the one up there with the little praying mantis dude. This one looks like a person with a little robe and a hat, and then maybe like a dog behind them. And I see this same kind of just like I think you just really have this yearning to like hit the road, leave your life behind and just kind of, you know, go on some kind of quest. And I think I think for you, it would be wise to, when you have the time coming up in the next 6 months or so, at least take a little break from your life. Go on some kind of vacation, or, you know, I don't know, like go visit a national park or something, go hiking, go on a road trip, just abandon your routine for a few days, okay? And like really feed that desire that you have. Don't just live always lamenting the fact that you just aren't going to do it, right? Or this is the thing that will cure it all, because it won't. Our problems follow us around. But when we indulge some of those instincts that we have in a controllable way, you know, those little breaks will be beneficial to your life overall. You know, obviously that's why we take breaks. So I think, you know, maybe something else that will be helpful for you is planning a little getaway, a little peace and quiet, hiking, physical stuff, whatever it is that you're interested in. I would make some time and maybe start planning financially for something like that. Okay. And then I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at the saucer and we'll see what else we have. Okay. Let's see. I see this kind of going the path and just this kind of loop here. So, okay, I had just a little technical difficulty there for a second. So what I was saying before I got cut off, I'm seeing on here just kind of this path of going in a loop here, but then getting back on this like movement forward. So I wonder if maybe this person that caused all of this kind of drama for you, I feel like there's almost kind of like this intertwining dance you're doing with them. I think that this person kind of adds some spice to your life. Not always good. I think that because they are to some degree a volatile person, and it makes them a little interesting. Okay. I feel like maybe you had been going along and things are just fine for you. But then this person started being involved in your personal life a little bit more. And I don't know that you're dating them or if this is a friend or what. It doesn't really matter. But I think that they come in and they kind of just have their highs and lows. And I think it gives you like a sense of purpose within this kind of interaction you have with them, because you're either like really getting a lot of attention or you're giving a lot of attention, and then you're cleaning up messes. Okay. And I think that you're kind of you're like trying to break away from this dynamic, and it feels like you're kind of going in a loop with them. You're going to kind of backslide a little bit. But I feel like, I don't know if something is going to trigger you really just being like, okay, I'm done. But it feels like you are going to at least come around, kind of backslide, and then start to head out of that kind of, you know, intertwined dynamic you have with this person. And I don't know how long that's going to last, if it's going to stick or what, but seems like you have something kind of going with them. I don't know what it is that keeps bringing you back in, but it does. Okay, and so that's the message I have for you today, Aquarius. I thank you so much for your time. My daughter is, she's ready for me to be done. I can hear her getting ramped up. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you thank you for your time. I'm always so honored to bring these messages to you. If you are interested in finding me on Facebook, I have a page. It's Ula Tea Leaf Readings. I'm on Instagram, Ula of the Tea, if you're interested in a private reading. My email is in the description. You can go ahead and get a hold of me and we'll set that up. Other than that, go ahead and watch some of the other videos. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love hearing from you. Any kind of engagement helps me get into the algorithm, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that kind of support. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Okay, Aquarius, we'll see you again soon.